Game number 2 here between Soulkey and Bbyong. In the bottom right, in the red, the color of passion, he is
SK Telecom T1 Soulkey.
I can't wait to see what the color blue means to you. So I see red means passion. Is that why you always give me a red heart on Valentine's Day?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly why. Okay, and with the exception of blueberries, most foods are not this color.
CJ Entus Bbyong.
Which is, of course, why I give you a blue heart on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Well, what you actually do is you give me a real human's heart that is not working anymore and is blue. And it is really awkward.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my God.
It's awkward. I thought you always said you liked them and took a bite.
Well, I would always
like,
bring
that's
it,
my
I would always bring it home and yeah, I always bring it home and eat it. That's what I do on Valentine's Day is I eat a human's heart. But if you really love me, Artosis, you give me a beating heart.
It was beating until, you know, the thing is we don't live next to each other. Like, what am I going to...
It was beating until that guy died, and then you stole it from the morgue.
Yeah. Beat it for years.
Okay, so we have the hatch first, and it's not going to be anything cheesy so far here from Soulkey.
Yeah, just going to be a quick hatch first here. We'll see how greedy he is after that, but I don't think it's going to matter all that much, to be honest. Just going up against a regular Reaper build. They're faraway spots. Looking like a pretty good opener for Soulkey. Not to say it's necessarily bad for Bbyong, but...
So it might be a little bit of a slow game here for starts.
Yeah, I would imagine it will be. But you know what? With that fast gas, he has possibilities. Maybe he just gets speed and takes the third. Maybe he does some sort of crazy all-in.
We'll
have a lot of that out of him.
Yeah. The pool is started up, and the Reapers as well. All right, Artosis, we're going to have a little bit of downtime here.
Yes, indeed.
Let's talk about something. Do you have any... We've definitely talked enough about Terminator, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's out, so... Did you ever see a movie called Soulkey or Bbyong?
Yeah.
Were they good?
Yeah.
Sick.
Sick. You seen any other good movies lately?
Yeah, you saw it too. The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. That was good.
I thought it was actually a fantastic
I thought
movie.
it was. I had actually very low expectations going into it.
Yeah.
I just thought, okay, it's just going to be some.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's actually very good.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was like
it was lighthearted. It didn't take itself seriously, which I think for the setting that it was in. You know, I think there's some things you can take more seriously than others. I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah, at the same time, though, it was actually really good sci-fi.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff.
It was really quality sci-fi. Like, it was actually impressively good. And, you know, I watch enough movies, more than you at least, where it's like a lot of them suck. And I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
Well, most movies are pretty bad, but that was actually a good one.
Yeah, but just some like Reaper House not really doing anything. But really, it was a super good movie, and that muscly guy was just the funniest. I loved him so much.
There were a lot of funny scenes in the movie.
Yeah, there were, but like as far as characters go, I was all about him. And I think Vin Diesel's acting was maybe his best film yet as far as acting goes.
Groot?
Yeah. Certainly better than Fast and Furious movies. I think that's where he warmed up for the Groot moment.
The Groot role?
Yeah.
He was in Chronicles of Riddick. Was that a good movie? I didn't see that.
Actually, I did like the first Chronicles of Riddick. It's really kind of action porny nowadays, but like I think I watched all of them.
There was actually supposedly a really good game for Chronicles of Riddick.
Huh.
Riddick.
Was it called the Chronicles of Riddick?
Well, for a second I called it Chronicles of Reddit. Does anyone else think? No. Those are the Chronicles of Reddit.
No, you're the only one that ever had that
thought. Okay, so we have 2 Hellions and a Reaper coming down.
Still on the way. Third command center. Very macro-oriented build.
Really good textbook builds here.
Third command center is a lot faster than the third hatch from Soulkey.
Third hatch is just now starting, and it got there just in time before the Reapers and the Hellions.
Do you think this is just fast muta play from Soulkey?
I mean, it could be. It wouldn't. I don't think it would be a bad idea on this map.
Roach Warren.
Oh, never mind. I should have just disagreed with you, so I looked good.
Could it be Roach speed, like a Roach speed all-in type of build? Like, it almost feels like Soulkey's bringing back builds. You know, when HOTS first came out and everyone was having a hard time against the Widowmine, we saw all the good Zergs start doing a lot of random roach. Not random, they were very well planned out, but it's seemingly random because there's like 4 different timing attacks that you can hit with like a heavy roach composition. And Soulkey seems to kind of be going back to that a little bit, which wouldn't like overly surprise me. It's just kind of interesting. And now he sees how much gas there is and the fact that the layer was making and there's a roach warren. So he should know to play it pretty safe from here. And he did poke there. That poke, of course, if he got in, that's great. Not getting in it, at least he saw the roach warren that wasn't upgrading at that moment.
Yeah. So Bbyong basically has all the information he needs, so now Spire comes. And this game will continue on the route of the macro game.
Yeah. I'm glad that he's not going to, after that much scouting just happened, he's not just going to go for roaches. Yeah, he's... and, I mean, they may have been defensive roaches in the first place. As I was saying, it looked more like a quick Spire build before.
Well, let's clean up this Overlord over here.
Looks to me like there's still blood on the floor.
And now we have the Overseer coming in. And so far, nothing there to get that Overlord out. Overseer out, I should say. And we're going to have, when this fire finishes, a lot of mutas come up here. Or Mutt-Mutts, as Artosis insists on calling them.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people starting to call them Mutt-Mutts.
Mutt-Mutts. I think it's a much better name than the Mutalisks.
Who thought of Mutalisk?
Well, first of all, the Mutalisk is not, in fact, a mute. It can speak.
Yeah, that's actually quite rude. They go, they make like a bird noise or something.
Yeah. They make like a really scary parakeet's in the sound.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Like when you go to the zoo and those parrots are in there and you can see they really should not be in a zoo.
I can still hear StarCraft I mutas in my head every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Or sometimes Artosis wakes up in a cold sweat.
I always...
He goes, "Oh, Mutas!"
Like, oh my god, right before my turret's finished! No skill, oh my god.
My SCVs were blocked from the other SCVs making
so
the turrets.
Lucky, oh my god. Oh, Zerg's so easy. That's basically my dreams.
But now Artosis wakes up at cold sweats and goes, "Oh, my mutts!
Oh, my mutts!
Oh god!
Oh, I don't have any phoenixes, oh my god, oh. You hit the spire, oh.
15 Mutt-Mutts, suddenly 15 Mutt-Mutts, oh.
No skill, oh. Alright, so scan going down, seeing the Baneling Nest timing. We do have the mutas going across the map right now, going into that back natural, and not a missile turret to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, this is another Artosis nightmare right here. We're seeing it happen.
Well,
we're seeing a Terran get
this
scarred
is
here.
every Terran's nightmare right here, Tasteless. And in fact, he does get some of these Hellions in. We'll see how much he can actually get killed.
Oh god, Young's doing a lot of damage here.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That drop up there, fantastic. Already has killed a good amount of workers.
Oh my god, he's gonna get the hatch.
Yeah, he is. You're right about that. Spritling's gonna do their best, which isn't very good. Only one ring goes down.
Drones out of here, man.
Yeah, this is a little bit rough. But, you know, he brings in the mutas, and with some lings should be able to end up cleaning this up. But,
oh my god.
Wow. Keeping the Marauder in the front to stop the Banelings from hitting the Marines while the Marines target mutas. Very well done there by Bbyong.
Look at this.
That's
he
about
actually
as
got 2
valuable
mutas.
Oh, and another one.
This is ridiculous.
He's killed 3 mutas there now. That was really well done. Even though the mutas did some damage across the map, I feel like that definitely went better for Bbyong.
No, Bbyong, that was phenomenal. That was one of those drops where you initially expect it to kill off some drones, and then eventually Lings and Mutas come and clean it up, but that just did not die for a long time.
Right now, 10 more mutas on the way. He's about to have his 1-1 done, so he's not too far behind upgrades, and that's really important here if this game's going to go later, which really it needs to, because I don't think Byong's going to die anytime soon with the Widow Mines around, and you know the fact he's got his good upgrades. He's already dealt a lot of damage to Soulkey, and Soulkey had to use a lot of his Lings as well. So, good thing. Soulkey, we'll see when he starts that 2-2, though. Because if he delays it, it's tough.
It is. We have the Marines and Marauders coming down now. Again, I don't know if he's moving out a little bit too soon here. I don't know if he wanted to wait. His upgrades are just halfway done there.
Oh, did he just get hit with his mutas on that Widow Mine? I think maybe. Well, he's going to pick off these depots. This is actually very nice. It's super annoying to get supply block that long. Look how long the supply block is actually going to last. He just had to start a bunch more depots, so that's nice.
Okay, he picks up now. And the Lings and Mutas are now backing up. Oh my god, is he going to trap this?
Ooh,
this is what I was worried about earlier. I don't know if Bbyong should have been on the map this soon. Granted, that was also that, they were in the medevacs when they got hit. And there's no way that this medevac is, unless there's a second map to the right here that he can fly to, I don't think he's going to make it out of here.
Well, that was a really good cleanup by Soulkey, I must say. He's actually down in drones compared to SCVs, but he has complete map control right now. He has higher supply as well.
Okay, Soulkey again going to move out now, and this is a pretty scary army. I don't know if the third can be held. We have one bunker there, but I think the sheer number of banelings, I don't think you can possibly actually hold this as Terran. He's going to come in here and wipe out these SCVs. The bunker goes down.
Oh, man, that's a lot of SCVs that just fell.
He could actually get the command center, too.
Yeah, I think
also
he might.
Note, well, I mean, it's gone now, for sure. There it is. And actually, even Bbyong coming down, I think Bbyong just bungled this. He was doing really well in the early game. He Bbyongled it. Whoa.
Yeah, it's rough. He has 2-2 now, so that's like nice, but 2-2 is going to finish for Soulkey pretty soon here, and having lost that base is really, really rough. It all fell apart when he lost those medevacs in the center of the map. Everything was actually going fine for him until that point.
Okay, he's coming down now. And I think this is just too much. I mean, you could pretty much win when the banelings get done. Or I guess he's going to wait for some more of his lings. Or I guess I shouldn't say anything. Now he's going to attack again.
Yeah, the micro of Bbyong, pretty good, but looks like there's just too many banelings, too many reinforcement lings as well. Does burrow some of these Widow Mines. Has a lot of them out here, actually, but the Widow Mine's actually going to backfire there.
I think he's going to have to back up, yeah. But again, with Soulkey just crushing that third base, I don't know if Bbyong could bounce back.
Well,
he's a lot of lings and Mutas just been masked up. He just what Soulkey has to do right now is just make sure he doesn't overextend, which is what Bbyong basically did earlier on this game to put him in this bad position.
The one thing that we can say is Soulkey was only mining from 3 bases during that entire time, so that is a big deal. Oh my god,
I didn't know. I thought that was floated there. If he actually gets this, dude,
that would be big. With the Widow Mines coming in, looks like he's going to have to run away for now. Bbyong continuing to attack.
Yeah, attempting to harass here. Actually, nice splitting. Will he be able to push forward? Takes out those 2 overseers, darts forward. The drones are going to be pulled.
Maybe he can get this hatchery tasteless. Would be a big deal. The Muta's going across the map right now. He does have 20 of them, so that's pretty scary.
Okay, he picks up and boosts out. That was a beautiful play there by Bbyong.
It really was. And having saved the construction of this third base, if he can keep that third base up, then it's 3 base against 3 base. Of course, Soulkey started his next one, but he is going for his +3 upgrade, and that is a big deal in the matchup.
Let's see if Bbyong can keep this rolling. He's actually going to have the opportunity to drop over there at the third if he wants, because the Mutas are now out. I don't know if this is the right move to bring these Mutas out now. I don't know if it's a good idea to go all the way across the map when you know this drop is still somewhere right outside your base.
Well, it looks like he's kind of covering it right now with his Lings and Banes, but of course he can't catch those medevacs when his Mutas are way across the map. Great Overlords, by the way, all over the place right now for Soulkey. He's really trying to watch for these, and as the Mutas come to try to kill this drop off, he has another drop going towards the back natural of Soulkey. Really good maneuvering here from Bbyong, and look at this. He's really, I guess this one doesn't quite work out, but ooh, good Widow Mine.
Yeah. Okay, well, he cleans up everything that was remaining over there at the upper right. Here at the bottom right, we have more drops, but again, this is a back-and-forth game where if either player overextends too much, the scale tips in the opposite favor.
We're going to have 3-3 pretty soon here, Tasteless. So that's really going to change things when we see the Mutas and Lings trying to engage the bio. It's also rebuilding that Widow Mine count quite significantly.
There's not still a remaining Widow Mine at the back expansion, right, for Soulkey?
No,
okay,
got it.
Okay. So we have Soulkey now coming out, and he's got a lot of Banelings, Lings, and Mutas.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to make something happen here. Does target down these Widow Mines. Oh, no, only gets one of them. Oh, a huge Widow Mine connection right there, but it looks like he's going to kill all these Marines before they can hurt the Mutas.
Really nicely done there. We could see there was going to be an expansion there. That's not going to be the case anymore. In fact, he can even try to get the command center if he wants to. Oh, nice. Gets all 3 of those medevacs.
Yeah, his Mutas took a lot of damage there, so can't really stay. Going to fly into the main base, start killing off reactors and whatnot.
Meanwhile, another drop down here at the bottom right. And he books it out of there when he sees what's waiting for him there. Nicely done here by Soulkey, just clean up these mines. And if he gets his command center, again, a huge blow here for Bbyong.
Bbyong does not want to be losing any bases right now. He really needs to keep his economy flowing as Soulkey has started mining from his 4th base once again.
Oh, nice. Even gets that Widow Mine before backing out. He's going to see, though, there's a lot of banelings being made over here. I'm actually under the impression if Soulkey could clean up this drop going on here and not take too much damage, I think he still has an opportunity to get that 3rd base where Bbyong's at. I think he totally has a...
I think if he kills a Bbyong army one more time, he wins the game.
Yeah.
But Bbyong does have his 3-3 now. I feel like it's time maybe for a collected push. It looks like he wants to split up his army one more time.
Well, Bbyong's actually one of the best Terrans in the world at splitting up his army. He's made a lot of stuff work I didn't expect to work in games I saw before. Whoa.
All right. I mean, he bought a lot of time for this drop to move around, but so many overlords around that I think he sees it's coming.
Oh, my God.
But look at this. There's actually a Widow Mine. Oh, he targets it down. What a sniper Soulkey really is.
All right, he backs up now. And I don't know how much is actually back here in Bbyong's base, but I got to say that's a pretty sizable Zerg army. I mean, you definitely got to respect that. I believe there actually is basically nothing over here. Yeah, so he can actually take out all these SCVs. Worker count right now is pretty even. Well, it was a second ago until a bunch of SCVs died, but 56 to 39, and that number's about to get a lot lower, 32 now.
Yeah,
but Soulkey's going to lose his base. It's actually 3 base versus 3 base right now.
This is crazy. Look at this, all right? It's the same in Army Supply right now. More drones than SCVs, but, you know, he's got mules to help make up for that at least a little bit. It is 3 base versus 3 base at the moment. This is actually crazy.
Oh, he's going to be able to trap this drop. He backs up.
Backs up over the Widow Mines.
Oh, nice by Soulkey, though.
Yep. Looks
this
like
is becoming a pretty scrappy game.
Yeah, it certainly is.
There's not a lot of resources left of the expansions they do have. Well, Bbyong's is okay, but... Oh.
Well, that didn't work out very well. Looks like he's going to end up losing a lot of units here, a lot of medevacs as well. Still keeping his army supply up and even. Another drop coming over here to the side. I feel like Soulkey is covering everything maybe a little bit too much. Ooh, I love that. The Marauder eating up so many banelings. Very effective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he's maybe splitting a little bit too much.
Oh my God, he's got a lot of Widow Mines there.
He might be afraid of it, like a base trade type of scenario, so has to keep a bunch of units at home. In a heads-up fight, I would definitely say Bbyong does win, though, if he can get that type of engagement.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Again, more SCVs being picked off here. And I don't know. It doesn't look like Bbyong quite has the defenses necessary to keep both these bases alive. In fact, actually, this could be what cost Bbyong the game. The fact that the Mutos can get in there and start taking out depots and everything else. Meanwhile,
that's right,
this other base is forced to be lifted. And now he's sending everything over here. He says, wait a minute, you're not dropping me at all.
Well,
okay, but Bbyong's army itself is pretty scary.
Yeah, it's in position right there. But
I think the thing is the Mutas are actually going to win this game. They're tearing up the main right now.
23 plus 2 Mutas are doing a fantastic job in that main base. They're going to knock out so much of the production. So Bbyong is starting to push. He's realized that he actually needs to take a fight. He needs to take it now. Going across the map, these Mutas are going to have to go home.
Please move those Mutas. Okay, he's going to come down here, and I think he's going to try to hit the expansion. I don't know what's... Ooh.
Oh, and the Marines a bit out of position there. They were just standing there, had moved away a second before the Mutas moved in.
The thing is Bbyong's death ball going to be too much?
Well, the Mutas aren't there, which really helps out. How many Widow Mines? I think he only has 2 with it. Oh, no, he has actually 3. Still, is that enough against all these Banes?
Banelings are coming down now. Is this enough? I think that was a bit of a mistake there by Soulkey. I think he needs to just stay back. It's actually okay for Soulkey to lose that base as long as he takes out all this other stuff.
Yeah, that's right. If his Mutas kill everything else, I guess he can lose this base. But as of right now, Soulkey is barely mining. Same can be said for Bbyong. Has very few SCVs left over at his other base.
Oh my God. Here's another thing to note, Artosis. 52 drones to 16 SCVs. So if Soulkey can wipe out this attack from Bbyong, this army at the bottom center of the map, I mean, he can reclaim his expansion and mine from it very effectively. But I'm actually confused about where most of his drones are mining. It looks like on the mini-map, the base that has the minerals, there's almost nothing mining at.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me as well. I'm not sure where the drones really are. I think that might just be because like the animation's a little bit funny. I think he probably has full saturation there. I'd be very surprised if not.
Oh, you know what? I think you actually are right.
Oh, super long distance mining going on.
Now that I put my face like right up in front of the screen.
Well, right now
there's a lot of banelings coming out here. Bbyong needs to micro this perfectly, and it looks like he does.
Bbyong has way
Bbyong
too
just
big
did
an
it.
army.
I think he just did it. GG.
Wow, that was a crazy game. Bbyong was in a hard spot several times. Soulkey played phenomenally, but Bbyong continued to drop everywhere on the map. It was wild, while just barely defending everything at home as well. Some fantastic play.
That was one of those games where you don't know who's going to win until the last few seconds.
Yeah.
Neck and neck right now. We're going to go into our final game. The map choice does go to Soulkey.
All right, what map will Soulkey go for? Not entirely sure what he's going to want here. Could be a preference type thing. Like, do you want to choose a map like Overgrowth or King Sejong Station, where Bbyong's someone who's known for going mech pretty often against Zerg Mego Mech? Like, is that something you're comfortable against? Is that something you're ready to play against?
You also got to keep in mind that Soulkey has done a lot of hard counter cheeses to guys that go for quick expansions.
That's true. Could do that here as well.
Will that be a factor in his decision making?
Well,
Soulkey, by the way, I feel like there were periods where he had that game won, and there were periods where I thought Bbyong had that game won. It was a really neck and neck slugfest, if you will.
Certainly. And what map?
Overgrowth. Okay.
All right. It's an old Zerg standby right there.
Let's see.
Who do you think? Who takes this?
You know, dude, I have no idea. These guys are both so good.
All right. Topping out. Let's do it.
Soulkey against Bbyong.